He was never supposed to make it. Too small, too fragile, too ordinary, they said. But destiny, it seems, has a habit of finding its way home. Jordi Alba's story isn't one of overnight success or golden opportunities. It's a story built from rejection, resilience, and redemption. A story about a boy who dreamed of wearing the Barcelona shirt. He was born in Hospitalet de Llobregat, a tough and vibrant neighborhood just outside Barcelona. The streets were narrow, the walls cracked from age and graffiti, but the spirit there was unbreakable. Kids played football from dawn to dusk, and every kick carried a dream. Jordi was one of those kids, fast, fierce, and fearless. In those early years, he wasn't tall or strong, but he was lightning on two legs. His pace caught eyes quickly, and soon he found himself in the youth academy of FC Barcelona, La Masia, the home of football's finest. For a young Catalan boy, this was everything. It was heaven. But heaven doesn't always last. At just 15, Jordi Alba was told he wasn't good enough, not big enough, not strong enough. And just like that, the door closed. But this was where Jordi Alba's real story began. He didn't stop. He couldn't stop. He joined a small local team, Cornellà, in the lower leagues of Spanish football. There, the fields were rough, the fans few, and the spotlight non-existent. But Alba played with fury. Every game, he ran like he had something to prove, because he did. Those years hardened him. And soon, someone noticed. Valencia CF came calling, a club that was building quietly, full of hunger and ambition. Jordi joined them, not as a star, but as a player still fighting for his place. He began as a winger, sprinting down the flank with energy that terrified defenders. But soon, Valencia's coach saw something different. A defender hidden inside that runner, a fullback who could attack, defend, and breathe chaos into games. The transition wasn't easy, but Jordi adapted. He learned the art of timing, the discipline of positioning, and the heart of defending. By 2011, he was one of the best left backs in Spain. The boy who was once rejected was now facing Barcelona and beating them. And fate, as always, was watching. When Barcelona came calling again in 2012, it wasn't a fairy tale. It was justice. Jordi Alba was coming home, back to the club that once said he wasn't enough, back to the place that had defined his heartbreak. But this time, he walked through the doors as a man, faster, stronger, and ready. The reunion was electric. With Lionel Messi ahead of him, Xavi and Iniesta behind him, Jordi Alba became part of something historic. His chemistry with Messi was instant, telepathic. They didn't speak, they just understood. Alba's sprints down the left became Messi's weapon. Time and again, Messi would lift his head, and Alba was already running into space. The pass would come, perfectly weighted, and Alba would send it across goal. Goal after goal, season after season. They weren't teammates, they were artists painting in motion. In those Barcelona years, Alba became one of football's most feared fullbacks. He was relentless, tireless in defense, devastating in attack. The Camp Nou crowd adored him, his energy, his fight, his Catalan pride. He played like he was defending not just a goal, but a city. He won it all: La Liga, Copa del Rey, Champions League, Club World Cup. Every title that once seemed impossible was now a memory written in gold. But what truly defined him wasn't the trophies, it was the journey. From the streets of Hospitalet to the grand stage of Camp Nou, every step carried the echoes of that rejection letter. Every victory was proof that small doesn't mean weak, that being underestimated can be the greatest fuel of all. For Spain, he became a pillar of their golden generation. In the 2012 European Championship final, Jordi Alba sprinted from defense to attack, receiving a through ball from Xavi. He didn't hesitate. One touch, then another, and he slided the ball past Buffon. Spain lifted the trophy, and Jordi Alba, the boy once told he wasn't good enough, scored in the final of Europe's biggest stage. It wasn't just a goal. It was a statement to every kid who had ever been told, "You can't." He went on to represent Spain for over a decade, wearing the armband with pride and becoming a leader in a generation of stars that defined Spanish football. Time never loses. Years passed, the faces around him changed. The stadium roared as loud as ever. but something inside him began to quiet. Not weaker, wiser. When Lionel Messi left Barcelona, Alba lost not just a teammate, but a brother. The chemistry that had defined their careers was gone. The team changed, the system changed, but Jordi kept fighting. Until the day came when he knew it was time to step aside. In 2023, Jordi Alba made one more move, across the ocean, to enter Miami. There, he reunited with Messi and Busquets. The trio, once kings of Europe, now found peace in America. It wasn't about trophies anymore. It was about brotherhood, closure, and love for the game that made them who they were. Fans in Miami saw not just a legend, but a man still playing with the heart of that same boy from Hospitalet. And then came the final whistle. When Jordi Alba announced his retirement, it wasn't with tears, it was with peace. He had nothing left to prove. His story had come full circle. From rejection to redemption, from doubt to destiny, the boy who was told he was too small had conquered the world's biggest stages. He didn't just come home to Barcelona, he came home to himself. Jordi Alba's story is more than football. It's about belief, perseverance, and the refusal to give up when the world says no. Because somewhere in every small kid with a dream, there's a Jordi Alba, ready to run, ready to rise, ready to come home.